John here again, and one of my friends who's passed away asked the question of what is that work that you have to do, that you can't not do. And for me, it's definitely kind of spreading the message about this field inspection work. So let's dive in real quick, shall we? What I want to talk about today is the costs of learning the hard way. And what that's about is somebody wrote me and asked, but my husband doesn't want me to pay to get into this. And when I hear something like that or read something like that, it really says to me that the person is kind of connecting this stuff with some of the latest schemes or get rich kind of thing they've seen, or maybe they've tried different things, and I get it, that they've spent money and gotten nothing for it stuff. And I've yet to have any of my students say that to me, that they didn't feel the training that they received was worth it. So what I wanted to kind of talk about is, kind of what it cost me when I got started, because there was no Field Rep 101, there was no, not nearly the training that's available now. And there's varying degrees. I've seen some of the stuff that's out there, so, I can definitely understand the confusion. But just to kind of, again, get into what it costs me to learn on my own and stuff, just researching and, searching for companies, easily 30 to something hours and stuff, like about 20 hours on the web, about applying for different companies, about a dozen hours, accepting lower pay, assignments. I've spent at least 40 hours, I mean, easily, again, this is very conservative, lost work, like at least 50 hours of like where, like once I was up and running, and this is not like just kind of the total lifetime cost of stuff. This is just basically getting up to speed, that like the amount of time that was spent until I got to where you can be with this training, with like basically connecting with companies that really pay well and are good to work for and stuff. So at least 180, almost 200 hours. And what does that cost in terms of money? Well, even if you're making minimum wage at $5 an hour, that's like roughly $900, and that's, I would say, on a slow month, that's roughly what I would make. Like kind of, I mean, just and this is not like, again, work that's going to replace your full-time job and stuff. That's not what I teach with the field inspection work. It's basically to supplement what you're currently doing, whether you're in real estate or you do small business or something like that. You're a contractor. So let's say you're doing some kind of admin job of some kind of stuff. Then probably you're making about $15 an hour. So that's about $2,700. Again, what it costs, like kind of. And if you were making what you would be making as on the low end of field inspection work, about $60 an hour. Now, or excuse me, $60 an hour, and then that's about 10 grand right there. And is this like kind of just all, again, pie in the sky and stuff? Well, let's take a look. So I'm gonna right now actually switch really quick. Hold on a second. Okay, I kind of blacked out some of the numbers and all that. Well, when I say numbers, I'm talking about like the actual loan numbers and addresses and stuff. But here's just a sampling of like kind of on the low end of inspection. This is when things were kind of slow and stuff like that. One quarter about $1,400, another quarter about $2,400. Again, I'm not talking about like money to replace your current full-time job. I'm talking about supplemental income and what's like can be done. And when we're making this kind of money, like $1,800 and stuff, this is not like full-time by any stretch of the imagination. I would typically in like a matter of a couple of days and stuff make this much money when the work came in and stuff. That basically it was, to me, it was a paid trip to Bay Area and stuff, because I was living in Southern California at the time, and I was driving up to there and visiting friends and family and stuff. Basically just like kind of in a few days making that much money and being paid for it, or excuse me, traveling and being paid for it. Now, we'll take that same period and we'll look at some, like kind of mystery shopping. Now, again, what I talk about different times with mystery shopping on the high end is the what's called video mystery shopping, and I've talked a little bit about that in other videos and stuff. So here's some of the possibilities there. Here's one quarter about $900, another quarter about $585 and stuff. Again, not get rich money stuff, but like you work an hour here, work an hour there, and stuff like that, and then basically working it with the field inspection and the other kind of work. This is like basically like additional income that can easily help you to invest in other things and stuff, and that's a whole other discussion. And let's look at mystery shopping now. 366, 507. I would say though that out of the different types of work and stuff, what I worked the hardest for was easily mystery shopping. You work twice as hard and earn maybe like a fraction of the same amount and stuff. So these are not. This is not like kind of work that's easy to do. Like you have to put in a lot more effort to get that result. So here's the thing, like what people ask typically is, can I afford this training and stuff? And what I say is that there's a better question is, how much am I willing to give up? What is it that like you're going to basically be giving up by not getting started, not learning the best way to do this kind of work and stuff? So that's just basically what I want to share. And as always, I welcome any kind of questions or comments and stuff like that. But this for me, like kind of really what it's about is that there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of misconceptions out there because of either scams or whatever else is kind of going on and stuff like that. But people who've worked with me, people who I've taught, they know that like I'm a straight shooter. I tell it like it is and stuff. This is not made up. And as you can see, that's not like some made up numbers and everything. That's like me tracking the work that I did and how much I was paid and what time frames and stuff like that. So just wanted to share that, and definitely let me know if you find it useful and stuff. And as always, subscribe for more of this kinds of information about like what field inspection work is about, what it can do for you, and for that matter, as a home business, a business that you can run from home.